Hey folks, Christian Dean Stove and Spa here. Today we are going to be talking about this guy right here, 44 Elite wood burning fireplace from Fireplace Xtrodinair. Alright folks, so today we're going to be talking about the 44 Elite wood burning fireplace from Fireplace Xtrodinair. It is a 4.2 cubic foot firebox. It takes up to a 32-inch log, rated for up to 12-hour burn times, and can heat up to 3,000 square feet. Couple ways that this unit accomplishes that. Number one, this is not your basic zero clearance fireplace. This is a wood stove that is built into the wall of your home. So if you don't have an existing fireplace, you're thinking a spot in the house where heating the home would be efficient from that location, wood stove is always an option. A freestanding wood stove, powerful heat, durable. Some people want the look of a fireplace, and the 44 Elite gives you the best of both worlds. It creates a focal point in your home where you now have a fireplace, a place where people will gather inside the home, but you have a furnace, built into the wall of your home that has aesthetic value still. While a wood stove is always a fantastic option, the 44 Elite as a zero clearance fireplace, while it gives you that particular aesthetic, which is awesome, it also does something a little bit differently in the way that it uses its convection fan, the air coming into the house, as well as combustion air. And they use what's called positive pressure. I actually did a video previously on that. There will be a link in the description below. But that positive pressure, you're using outside air for your combustion as well as your convection. So, like when I turn this fan on high, I am now circulating or putting up to 400 cubic feet of fresh air per minute into the home. And that's hot air coming in. The fan is external to the unit, so it'll sit either above the unit, next to the unit, behind the unit, below the unit. And then it'll be mounted to the outside face of the house, and it will use outside air to circulate around the unit, heat itself up, and then come into the house. While it's doing that, while it's pumping that fresh air into the house, it's pushing all of the stale air that's in the home as well. When it comes to the installation of this fireplace, a air-cooled chimney is used. This air-cooled chimney is an 8-inch exhaust with a 12-inch outer diameter. Also, when installing this unit, cooling vents are used. On top of the unit, there's 2 ports for cooling vents that will be dumped outside. What those cooling vents do is they pull in outside air to circulate around the unit, keep it cool so that it doesn't affect the framing, as well as cool the chimney. With this, using an air-cooled chimney versus a Class A chimney, a packed insulated pipe, which a lot of fireplaces and all wood stoves use, a lot less expensive too. You're not paying $300 for a 4-foot section of this pipe either. So a definite plus side for the 44 Elite and a smaller counterpart, the 36 Elite, in that regard. The fan itself, right? So you have an external fan. If you're looking at the framing specs for this unit, 50 inches wide is going to be your rough opening for that framing. That does not include the fan itself. So if you were planning on putting the external fan next to the fireplace, you'd want to accommodate for that within your framing, 64, 65 inches to give you some flex there. So when it comes to the installation of the 44 Elite, as well as its smaller counterpart, the 36 Elite, a couple different things going on there. So you have your exhaust, your chimney. The Elite models use an air-cooled chimney as opposed to a Class A packed insulated chimney. The reason they do that is there's also cooling vents that go off the top of the unit, 2 ports on top of the unit. Those cooling vents duct out. Those cooling ducts are pulling outside air to cool down the chimney, hence the name air-cooled chimney. So your piping is staying cooler. It's an 8-inch exhaust with a 12-inch outer diameter, has a 2-inch clearance to combustibles, but that air-cooled chimney, where the cooling vents are pulling that air in, that is allowing that chimney to stay cool, so you still have those minimal clearances when it comes to a combustible. The fan for this unit, external fan, not built into the unit. They exclude the fan from the construction so you can face mount it on the outside of the house. That fan is going to pull outside air, heat itself up around the unit, and then pump that fresh hot air into the house, pushing out the old stale air at the same time. That external fan, though, almost entirely silent. When I turn this up like that, I am now pumping 388, almost 400 cubic feet of air per minute into the house. Fresh, hot air. Relatively silent. You cannot hear it compared to other models where that fan is built into the unit. Definitely going to be more audible. One of the biggest complaints that we have in the hearth industry is how loud the fan. If you're sitting in your living room and the unit's running, the audibleness of a fan, while it's doing its job, it's heating the house efficiently, it's distributing the heat more evenly. If you don't want to have your TV volume on a level 50, this is going to move more than twice the amount of air most fireplaces is going to move when it comes to the convection air, and you barely hear the fan at all. So another really cool feature about the 44 Elite. Well folks, Travis Industries has outdone themselves yet again. The 44 Elite Fireplace, not only 100% American made, but seriously the best of the best when it comes to wood burning. Be sure to stop in here at Dean Stove and Spa, Travis Industries, leader on the East Coast for sales, service, and installation. A one-stop shop here at Dean Stove and Spa. Check this fireplace out in person. We have it burning here in our showroom in Plantsville, as well as our showroom in New Hartford. So wherever you are, be sure to stop into one of Dean Stove and Spa's locations and see this fireplace in person, because honestly, seeing is believing. Have a great day, folks.